Hi guys, new videos coming. On this day, 14 years ago, the December 30, 2006, I played one of the most memorable endgames I ever had. It was the last round of the Open in Mannheim. Although I had started well, I lost in round 7 and 8 against decent opponents. With a score of +1, respectively 4.5 out of 8, I was placed in the middle of nowhere. In fact, there was nothing tangible to gain for me in contrast to my opponent who strived for the coveted draw dearly to win a prize. Let me go quickly through the game. Nothing special happened before the time control. The Caro-Kann. Since we all have watched Queen's Gambit, we know it's all pawns and no hope. Okay, black omitted knight d7, so instead of the more usual main line, swapping off the bishops on d3, uh, I went for knight d5 to do something active. Okay, evading the bishop swap on d3, trying to do something active. The threat is knight f7 probably, followed by queen e6. With a draw offer, okay. Although I had nothing to gain, I decided to play on. Here, continuing this active strategy. This was probably not a very good move. Approaching the king. Yeah, this looks odd, but how to proceed actually, I have no idea. Black's very solid, preparing the long castling. In fact, I would say that white has close to nothing. Okay, oh sorry, this was a variation. I played g4. So instead of, this might have been a better choice, this variation. I played g4 actually. Now some pieces come off the board. And this is somewhat around equal. Probably this is the point where black got the upper hand. So if anyone, black is better. Weak pawn on d4. White gained the bishop pair, but the bishop e3, as you can see, is not a very valuable asset. It's more liability. So black is fine. I just go quickly through the game because nothing serious happened. More and more pieces are traded. This is about the time control, 39th move. Bishop a2. Okay, one could play this. Trying to catch the bishop at least, but unfortunately it can exchange itself for the pawn b3 with equality. Now black missed probably the easier knight b4, protecting the bishop, and for example attacking the knight. This is equal, or going back, or this is also equal. So there is nothing happening. This is a position where both players can shake hands. My opponent went for the dubious bishop b3, exchanging the bishop for the last white's pawn. Okay, my opponent shrugged his shoulders. The certificate in case of draw had been printed already, awarding him a rating prize. It was the last game of the Open. The spectators resembled organ pipes around the board. They were slightly bemused while we played on. Some of them even had no idea who was driving for the full point. My idea was Zugzwang, winning the 2 pawns, and remotely trying to win 2 bishop versus knight. Actually, this is a table base win, 7-man table base win. The question for black is, should he jettison his 2 pawns or not? Okay, game went on. Okay, there's nothing to win here. So we're moving the bishop out of any forks. And trying to provoke some weaknesses or penetrating into the position. Okay. So you see the first threats arise at the horizon. For example, this is mate actually, yeah. So black has somewhat incarcerated himself and not sure what he should do. The rest of the game was played with half an hour, which is not that much. So, but more and more I was reaching a flow level and everything went fine. Just going through the game. I played bishop d6, a4, pardon, bishop c6, a3, bishop f4, a2 was a more precise approach. White is threatening bishop b8. So if the knight moves, the threat is bishop b8, check, and delivering mate on c6. So going back to my move, bishop d6. Oh, pardon. Black missed a good chance a good practical chance to achieve his coveted draw by b5, because the pawn b6 it resembles more liability than an asset. Just slightly opens the prison. Okay, my opponent, anyway, he played knight c5, and bishop e2 was very precise. Taking off the pawn. Now the real fun starts. Black king is incarcerated. Mate is coming soon. For example, this will be mate. My opponent played knight c5. Once again, if the knight moves, bishop b8 and bishop c6 mate is the main threat. So trying something like trying to achieve a stalemate. And resigns. Play could have finished. And this was the glorious finish of the chess year 2006. Thank you for watching.